Hi, how are you? Now let's talk about Twitter. So what's Twitter? Twitter is a slang for putting a comment. And remember, you are what you tweet. So what you have 140 characters, no words, to actually write a comment, and then you will attract people with your comments. So you have to be very careful what you write in Twitter. Twitter also have interesting thing because it's also a very good for career management. You can track companies, you can track recruiters, and you can also track headhunters. So more than tweet, you also have to learn to listen. Twitter can help you to listen to your audience, to understand your audience. So you can actually follow people and see what they're saying. Now the advantage of Twitter over LinkedIn is you don't need an introduction. You just go and follow whatever person you want, and you learn the character of that person by reading the tweets. One thing I want you to understand is Twitter helps you to put people in your radar and learn from them. Now, most of the jobs that you can find in Twitter is not for everybody yet. It's not that, we only have 300 million people. So most of the jobs that you can find in Twitter as today, 2015, are mostly for middle and entry and middle level positions. And most of the jobs are in e-commerce, brand management, marketing, and some of the financial industry. That's what they're right now dominating Twitter in this moment. Doesn't mean that it won't increase or change in the next years. More likely it will, because people are liking Twitter. I used Twitter for a class like this year. I actually, very interesting study that I did, that the students were tweeting what they were learning as they were reading the materials, and it was so useful because people actually, I have the students engage and they actually learn better than the students who actually were not using Twitter. So it has like a micro-blogging situation. Now, what sections Twitter have? Twitter have the handle section where you put your name and you have to figure out a new cute name for you that people can remember, and we'll discuss that once we are in the computer. You also need a professional headshot. Again, try to use a different position. You can use the same picture, but try to use different picture because every social media, they want you to present it differently. And you can also write your video, which is usually more short than LinkedIn or Facebook. Everything is short here, short and sweet. Something that is important to understand in Twitter is the hashtags. The hashtags is like because the social media is so big and the discussion is so big, when you put a hashtag to something, you are attracting the attention of others over that topic. So you can put hashtag profile, hashtags looking for a job, hashtags whatever mark that you are reading. That is helping you a lot. So we'll discuss also how to use the hashtags. Another thing is interesting because you only have 140 characters, which I think is most like 45 words. And if you include a link in your comment, that will also be counted by characters. There is a software that helps you to reduce the size of the link so you have more space to say it. And there's also more and more people are using how you call this, shorter, like and say I don't know, you say IKM. Instead saying thank you, you say TX. So you start minimizing the amount of characters in order to use more space. So I also included in a package with all these symbols, that abbreviations, with all these abbreviations. I have Facebook is FB, YouTube is YT, what else we have? Let me see. In case you miss it, ACIMY. In case you miss it, my last lesson, ACIMY, we will practice again. Okay, so now let's go to the computer and learn more about Twitter.